Do. I have too many energy drinks around me. I have a problem. Oh, got the super bloom. Spamming on my socials. Yeah, I think we're all set up and good to go. Just gonna wait a bit before opening Vault, so people who want to see my sadness have time for it. I guess we do the super bloom since we need rep anyways. I need sleeps. That's what I need. And this is engaging. I'm curious what I'm gonna get in the vault though. I don't even know what I particularly want. Like there's for sure upgrades I can get. I'm just not, there's nothing that's like super exciting. Like trinkets or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't mind the Mythic Council weapon, I guess. And blooms. Man, I forgot to take the super bloom powers. However will I go on? Well, while we're chasing that, I can slack at AFK and let everyone else do the awesome world content. Just gonna run some sims in the background. Yeah, we got some sims running now. Where did you go, tree? I mean, just for the fun of it, I wouldn't mind Firak trinket. Granted, it'll be from heroic, but that's still could be fun. It's like a fun trinket. Not sure if it'll end up better unless you RNG it, but it looks kind of fun. Looks kind of insane if you play Demon Hunter. Like our Havoc in the guild, it does like 10% of his damage, that trinket. I mean, technically, stuff from M Plus could be good. Even a ring could actually be interesting if it has the right stats. Or a neck. As long as it's not 6 cloaks, I'm pretty happy. Someone be spamming me. I could go for some crabs. I would like some crabs. The only issue with the crab trinket, I mainly want that one for M+. And since currently I'm gearing for mythic rating, not M+, I probably wouldn't pick it if there are other upgrades, even though in the long run I would really like to use that one. Like for most raid fights, I'll play this trinket setup. I don't know if it's confusing for anyone that we're listening to Zelda music, playing World of Warcraft. But I felt like some good old tunes. Right, we're gonna craft a cloak today as well, because today we get the second spark. I was all hyped up last Wednesday. I was like, here, I'm gonna craft, bought mats and everything, and then I was like, where the fuck is my spark? But they've made it so, which is kind of nice, that it alternates. One week you get catalyst, other week you get second sparks you can craft. Like every week you can do something. Man, am I tired. Doesn't matter if I'm tired at this hour. Kiddo still needs to get to preschool. Didn't we even... we didn't get the purple bag, I think. Where's the quest check? Ooh, a gigantic seed. Almost done with the Dream Warden rep. From one super bloom. I think we've Get ripped from the world boss, right? So that's kind of quick. Quick and easy. Not gonna be a huge upgrade though crafting, but we are gonna craft a cloak. Shadow flame patch. The question is, might not craft now because I might have to do some big brain thinking. Again, from a mythic rating standpoint. I could craft at 486, the cloak, which would be a bigger upgrade, but that would mean less gear upgrades overall because I'll have fewer crests. Oh. Ooh, Song of Storms. Big! Don't die. Mm-hmm.
Charging. Move.
Charging. I shan't be moving. But then again, like I have a lot of pieces that still needs to upgraded.
Charging.
Mm-hmm. Like Pips is 483, so that's 30 crests. It's another 30, 60 crests. 75 crests. And then if I get some upgrades, yeah. I think we just heroic craft 476. Take my seed. Take it. Dirty, dirty flower. The biggest part is when I do craft a cloak. Oh, doggo. I can potentially, or I will be removing this most likely, the Fang Adornment, so I can have Shadow Flame patch on that one. Which means I can put my flavor pocket back on the weapon. Which means when I die, which I do all the time, I'll have food buff. Major gains. How much rep? Did we get done with the rep there? Why the f... Yeah, we did. They mount that. We'll leave. Woo! See, this is why you shouldn't drive when you're tired. I just hit a tree. The biggest tree ever. Give me stuff. Give me your seed. You have seed for me? Ah, the splintered spark. Flame patch over Lariat. Yeah, that's also something I need to double check before I craft, because Sims might have changed. Previously it was cloak with flame patch, but it might have shifted to Lariat now. I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna research that before I craft anything. Thank you for reminding me though. I would have 100% forgotten about it. I was gonna do that last night, but I didn't. I did not. Morning Stanky, good vault. Haven't opened it yet. I waited for Peeps to see that I was online so they could watch me despair. I will see what treasures will waiting for me when I get home, but I most likely will skip Shadow Flame Patch Cloak and craft a ring with alchemical flavor. I mean, flavor pocket do be good. Actually gonna double check if they've written anything in the Shaman Discord or pinned anything about crafts. I see you two are addicted to energy drink first thing in the morning. Man, I am so tired, I don't know where I am. I need energy drinks. Mm-mm. I'm still gonna sim it, but according to the enhance pack in the Shaman Discord, they're still recommending Cloak with Shadow Flame patch. But yeah, I'm gonna do some Simmeroonies in a bit, see which is best. For me, it's kind of 100 DPS difference between Cloak and Ring and Lariat. And I'm not even close to being full socketed. Yeah. I mean, long term, you'll always end up using Lariat. But right now, the only thing I have sockets on is Head and the Ring, which I want to swap anyways, because it's not the best of stats. Not the worst, but you know. And yeah, I don't have any other sockets, so... Okay, let's go see the Vault of Sadness. I'm praying Lariat is better as I got a Roboros Nicholas from Vault. That's the one from Volcross with the weird absorb effect. No. Or? Okay. Pray for me in my hour of need. I'm still not sure what. Then my game lagged out. See, it's so hyped. Give it a minute. Watch my Sims then. There we go. Soon. Lagged out. It's so intense. I mean, according to Sims, rings are my biggest upgrade, which is not that shocking. And from the raid, it's pretty much weapon. Okay. What are you hoping for? I'm actually not sure. Like, there isn't a particular item that would make me go crazy, because my gear is pretty damn good as it is. It's like rings. My rings aren't great. At least not this one. Okay. Here we go. I don't dare to look. Thorncaller, though? Thorncaller? Beach? Thorncaller? Anyone? Fist weapon, anyone? That's funny, because I already have socket on my head. Alright, we gotta do the cool things and take a picture of the loot. There we go. Because I already have mythic tier gloves. I have the mythic boots I want. Because I already have these boots, which are really good. I mean, technically these might be better or equal. So these two I don't want. I have mythic head with a socket already, so this one's gone. I have the mythic belt of this one, so that one's gone. Neck isn't that big. So yeah. Seems like a thorn collar kind of thing. Weirdly, I think Igira's hatchet sims better. Yeah, Thorncaller is mainly for pure single targets. For AoE, it's not gonna be that good. I mean, it's not gonna be bad, but stats are way more important when you AoE. But for pure single target, this one sims better. For me, it sims like 1k more than Igira's, which is perfect since we're doing Smolder on prog. Which is where I really want single target damn. And can't say for probably not Tendril, because you got all the roots you need to take care of. And same thing with Ferox. It really, for now, it's kind of for smaller on. But the question is, do I pick it now for... There isn't really anything else I would want. I mean, maybe Socket, actually. Because I can wait with picking out the weapon from Vault and see if I get it during re-clear today. If we're re-clearing Mythic. I assume we are, but I'm not sure. But if we are re-clearing, then I can potentially loot it from Council. If I luck out. And then I could buy either the neck, but most likely actually a socket. Because 6 is 6 enough for a socket even? Yeah. Yeah, sim an extra socket might make crafting Lariat Giga. Yeah, it might be. Especially right now because I do have a socket on this one and a socket here. Decisions. I think I'm holding off with picking anything from the vault because I gotta run a few sims and decide on what the heck I want to do with it. I'm gonna sim some crafts though. Like on pure single target, the Thorn Collar is a no-brainer, but if I do loot it, it's... Yeah, then it's way better with a socket. Plus it would mean if I can upgrade other things, I think, or maybe I need both. I don't know. Trying to use my brain, it hurts. Where do we have craft? Crafts? Their profession. 486. Although we're gonna do it in 476 for now, so I guess I gotta sim with that. Run one craft sim. Then I guess I gotta do a gear comparison. I can see what the diff is with the embellishments. I don't think Top Gear does that. I think it only shows you the baseline item. Still, I love the duck. What the duck? It's a very duck-themed expansion, I feel like, especially with Council. Okay, crafting. Not huge, actually. With no embellishments or anything like that, just crafting a ring would be 700 DPS. Then we do a gear compare. So I remember how that works. Or 86 weapons, secondary stats, haste, mastery, yes. Enchant? Wafting? No, not writ. Devotion. Where are you, devotion? Where's my devotion? There it is. Embellishment. All purpose. outer. I'm gonna sim without embellishment here and put on a lariat. That's wrong. Elemental lariat. 476. Do haste mastery just for the fun of it. Gems? You want the reverse in lariat, right? So I want haste gems in that one. If I remember. I haven't played with lariat since season 1. Unless actually the haste proc is better than the mastery proc, but I don't think so. I'm just field crafting since wafting sims so high now. I don't know. Okay, let's run that one and see what happens. So, Thorncaller, no-go except Nimue, Volcross, Smolderon. I mean, yes and no. It's like if you go from a 470 weapon to Mythic Track Thorncaller, it's gonna be good for AoE as well. It's just that the proc isn't as good as stats are on AoE for us. So on equal eye level, like a 486 versus a 486 Thorncaller, this will win on AoE mainly because higher stats. But I don't believe the difference is massive, so more from a min-maxi perspective. Because it does have stats, the Thorncaller, it's just that it has 50% less stats. Molderon down yet? Afraid not. Molderon survived. So he dies this reset. I think we got it down to like 9% or something, but we played, I mean, we both played well and bad at the same time. It is a difficult fight, but there was a lot of questionable deaths. Myself included. I was playing with a, for me, high fever, and I pretty much never get fevers. I can get sick, but I very rarely get a fever. So when I do, I become a pathetic shell of a man. So I did not play flawlessly either. Missing out on all the great Tendril wipes. Game. I even hear the buffs slash or nerfs that are buffs, but nerfs to Tendril made it harder with the feathers. But that was just Twitter whining, so I don't know how much truth there is to that. But according to, or it was Relo even. And he usually has some good takes when it comes to raid content. He did not like the feather change. Yeah, let's see what the Sims see us. Yeah, going Lariat with current gear instead of Fang gives me minus 700 DPS. Whoop whoop. And then we compare it to the Shadow Flame patch. Worst French accent ever. The rape of the loyal vassal. No, that's not at all what it's called. What is the... I can't remember. Trying to remember what the damn cloak is called. Vibrant Wildercloth. There it is. Okay. Vibrant Wildercloth. 476. Guess we do haste mastery. Actually, not sure what would be the best for me right now there, stat wise. But for simming purpose, we keep. Put leech on it. Got a flame patch. Let's see. Yeah, our GM also went bliss our clowns after watching some NA people pull it. The big chance is still bad, yeah. I believe you. I believe you. Some changes are wild. Like during Race to World First, they did really good nerfs for both Tendril and Ferox to make him more doable. And they nerfed the correct things there, at least according to Liquid and Echoes. But the feather change just seems like they haven't really thought it through. I mean, I obviously haven't tanked it, I haven't pulled it on Mythic, but it's the issue with the previous feathers, just that it overlaps too close with mushrooms, so tanks can't pull out for... pull out? Or what was the issue with the feathers? Were they hard to bait? Because I remember when we did it on Mythic on PTR, we actually 3-tanked it. I'm not saying that's what you do in current, but we used 3 tanks to make the feathers easier. Okay, let's check the sims. Okay, so crafting cloak with shadow flame patch is like 400 DPS. Over Fang. What was just straight up crafting cloak then? What up, Stanky? That's me. Just hit 483 eye level. How's Vault? I am 483. Thick. Vault is potentially good and bad. And decent. I haven't picked yet. I'm running some sims and trying to decide. Thorncaller will be nice for Smolderon. The rest, like all of these, are bad. So it's either this one or a socket, but a socket wouldn't be bad either, because like I have a lot of pieces that I'll keep. So, you know, I can just socket this or this, so it's still mad value just getting a socket. Nah, I mean the boots are good, but I have, they're bis, yeah, but I already have Mythic Track boots. So in the long run, boots would probably make sense. But just gearing up for, getting as much, you know, each reset for Mythic Prog, then either Socket or Thorncaller. You got the boots from Vault, but they were Hero Track. Yeah, I mean, they're still... They're really nice boots. Yeah, I got these. I'm very happy with these. These are the best we can get from the raid. And I am I'm lacking in haste. I would like more haste. Not the end of the world though. It's good that, like, the important part is the haste here. Thorncaller is neat, but Smolderon will probably die regardless, so I'd honestly just prioritize Tindril and Ferox. Yeah, that's also a very good point. It's looking more and more actually like a socket type of deal. Now, take some consideration. You can't see gear, rip. Sorry, my bad. I'll move it. Too many things here. Where we want to put it? I mean, I can actually just do this for now. Actually, not sure to keep it anyways. Alright, I was gonna check my sim. Hmm. It actually might just be ring, that I craft ring with alchemical flavor. 'Cause that seems to be just the biggest all around. Because cloak by itself isn't huge, because, I mean, this is a nice cloak, man. Is it, yeah, just crafting ring would be big by itself. Ja, just kidding. Depends on your raid comp, probably. If the ads are just gonna get annihilated on Farok, the Thorncaller could still be good. Yeah, I was thinking the same, like, I don't know how much of the AoE is needed on Farok. Because, I mean, with or without Thorncaller, will still do very good cleave and very good AoE. So it's not like, oh, you pick Thorncaller and your AoE is suddenly dog crap. But it will still do very good priority damage, not only to Farok, but also to the big Infernals. And the only other thing you AoE down, right, is the caster ads, and they shouldn't be a problem, like I said, with or without Thorncaller. Yeah, it might still be a Thorncaller angler? Thorncaller angler. So no flame patch. In the end, we will go flame patch. But right now, like, with my current gear and the fact that I'm crafting for 76, I'm gonna craft one of these. So that I can use all my aspect crest for upgrade. Because I still need at least 75 crests to upgrade what I have to 489. So I need the crest this week. Then when we go over to the next craft, so in 2 weeks, then I will most likely craft 486 cloak, put flame patch on it and remove fang. But for now, I'm fairly confident I'll be crafting a ring. And then I can use this bad boy. And Tendril neck is a big upgrade. Just gotta kill it, and also make sure a boomkin doesn't get it, because oh my god, it's 48,000 DPS for me because it's mastery. But why isn't it simmed with... Hold up. Why isn't it simmed with max upgrade? Why can't I do that? It used to do that, didn't it? Yeah, you used to be able to sim heroic max. You'd have to go and manually upgrade them? That's really annoying. Because that was a really good feature to know how you wanted to do. That's really dumb. Oh, upgrade up to. Never mind. I'm dumb. Still, they just changed how it looked. Still gonna complain though, even though I was wrong. And I'm gonna have to run another sim. Not my fault, I didn't see. Everyone else's fault. Anyone else got a decent, good, or giga sad vault today? Or yesterday, depending on where you live? Boom, boom. Man, I might be too much of a Legend of Zelda fanboy. But I really like this lo-fi beat. I haven't heard it before, I found it today. But that's just because it's pure nostalgia with the music. Is the Zim done? No, 65%. Why don't you go faster? Your sim is running at double capacity, 64 dedicated CPU cores. Your premium membership level gives you access to more power. That was a free Raid Bots commercial for you all. Okay. Yeah, that looks more like it. Numbersweise from Mythic. Mythisk. But then we also... I don't like when they change things. I don't like change. I have to run all my dungeon and raid sims again with the... Because I just assumed they'd be 489. But they had moved stuff around on raid bots. You gotta manually do that. I get it though. It makes sense in hindsight. Because before you had everything like really cluttered in their interface. Because you had normal max upgrade, heroic max upgrade, etc, etc. So there was a lot of options, and now it's just a drop down menu. We need more cores on raid bots. Had a great one on Rogue. Have not looked on Shaman yet. Got the rare trinket from Firaken Vault. Too bad I'm pre-voker. Rip. I actually really want the Firak trinket. 100% field crafting, but I feel craft that it might be very good. But mainly in late gear with more crit and stuff like that. Kinda wanna try it. It's not enough for me to say, oh, this is the best trinket, but I wanna try it. I wanna play with it. Especially after they changed it to increase the uptime, because the uptime was always the issue for enhancement. Okay, now the sim is done. We got one more sim to run. I just want to see the value of a socket. Got okay, let's see. Got anything good? Potentially not. As it currently stands, I will most likely get this one, because it'll be good for some fights in the raid. But mainly only for the raid. Otherwise it is a socket, which, you know, might be boring, but it's not that bad. Because I have few pieces where I can put it on. It's one step closer to Lariat. Okay, what does the sim say? Yeah, it's probably not socket unless... I mean, the one thing we still have left that I'll probably end up doing is not picking anything from Vault until we're re-clearing. Because if the Thorn Collar drops from Council, and I can get that, then I can get that and a socket. But if I don't get it from Council, then I can just run and snag it from the Vault. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because the socket by itself is like 1000 DPS for me now. 1000 DPS. Massive numbers. Whereas the Thorn Collar, when max upgraded on single target, is like 4k, so 4000. Which makes this one a tad better for, you know, bosses. Sweet. What do I have to pray for today then? Shoulders? I can't catalyst anything, but if I get Mythic Track Shoulders, I can catalyst it next week, so that could be cool. Because Shoulders is from Tendril, right? Or am I dumb? Those Head. I am dumb. Brock is Omni. Is it you? Ah, okay, it's Shoulder. I mean, not entirely improbable that I could get it this week. Because Smolderon should die this week. It's just a question of if it drops. This would be nice. Other than that, it's like, yeah, I want the Agira weapon. And right now, this one sims really well, but since I'll be crafting Ring, I don't think it will sim that well anymore. Volcaros, nothing. And Council, it's the Thorn Collar, if I can snag that. Then I have all items. I've collected all the Council items. Larodar, potentially the Ring. But I'm fairly certain a lot of other people have way more value from this than I do currently. And yeah, Tindril I want Nick from, but I don't think Tindril is dying this week. To be fair. I don't think so. I didn't get a key now. What affix is it this week? Anyone in chat know what affixes we have? Is it Raging, Fortified, something else? No, not fortified. Tyrannical, raging, and something else. I see. Storming. Ah. Hate storming. Going from spiteful to storming. Rep. Sounds like a solid plan. Got Witherbark's branch, not the best. That was the best pick for me this week. I mean, branch isn't by any means bad. The only thing that is with branch is that if you just check like Blood Mallet's value or you sim it, I'm pretty sure the sims assume that you take 2 of the branch balls instantly, and then the last ball you extend as long as you can. So like when there's a second left of the buff, you run into it to extend. So if you just like nom all the balls instantly or let them travel to you, it's actually gonna do way less than the sim says. I mean, I might as well sim heroic as well. So many sims up. This is my life. Dropped my soror. Then were they heroic. $83, I believe, is the max I level for heroic. I think. And I mean, the only reason I dislike storming is because I play melee, and I'm just gonna run into them all the time and get sad. Dum, 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 dum. I mainly want to see if I need anything from heroic, because then I can pog it. Yeah, no, plus the pain of having an extra mechanic during a fight. Yeah, heard from a friend of mine that like trying to do the branch to set it up for smolder on DPS is not that fun. A lot of balls then, because you gotta eat your 5 balls from smolder on, and at the same time manage to like eat your 2 balls. You can extend it during the damage increase, and like that doesn't sound fun at all. That sounds like a quick way to die. Or fuck up your entire rotation and do no damage. Damn. No. Right, we were Simmons. Sim. I mean, again, it's just Thorn Collar. Tendril Neck would be big. But I think we're killing Tendril today. I'm not sure, but I think so. If anything, I should do keys for Crest. I wonder if anyone is doing any keys. Which one of all the keys is fast and easy to pog on Tyrannical? I can just do like 16s for crests, I think. Dark Heart isn't really that hard. I'm just a little fucking bored with Dark Heart. A tall can actually be an issue depending on how how the group is. Waycrest takes forever, Blackrock Hole takes forever, doesn't it? And Galakrond's Fall is pretty fast, but I'm not a huge fan of the Dawn dungeons. Don't need to do them. Hey, what do you think of Stormcleave build now? Any viable? I'm actually working on the on a Stormcleave guide right now that should be out this week. But to answer your question, it is viable. It's just not as good as Elementalist. Like, that's always going to be the answer. If you play Elementalist build well for enhancement, it's always going to be better than Stormcleave for M+. That being said, if you are doing 20 plus keys, it doesn't matter. I tried it in a 19 Atal Dasar and I was competitive with everyone else. Less than I would have been if I played my normal build. But I think I ended overall on like 200k or something in a Atal 19. No Augvoke or anything like that. It still does, you know, well. The issue with Stormcleave is mainly that the damage they do isn't that important and other classes can do it better because their cleave and AoE is just pretty much even. Oh, commercial. What the hell? Yeah, we can listen to this about the Swedish commercial. Commercial? It's a commercial? Awesome, love you guys. No, but what I was saying was for Stormcleave, like the issue with their damage is that it's just even. You just do mad AoE, but you don't focus that damage or funnel that damage into any target for any realistic gains. But that's why I say, like, if you're gonna play above 20 plus keys, then Stormcleave probably isn't the way to go if you want to make the key easier. But below that, it's perfectly fine. Funnily enough, Darkheart higher level is apparently tough on Tyrannica. Oh yeah, for sure, the bosses are nasty. Yeah. Swedish accent, let's go. Then we do this instead when we talk. Yeah, I feel like in times of Outlaw Cleave, being good and high target count Havoc just wrecks everything. Trying to go into that spot as enhancement isn't really good. That's pretty much exactly how it is. But again, that goes back to what kind of key level you do, what kind of group you have. But like I said, I tried a 19, I did decently overall, like I did good pulse damage. It's just you're just doing even Steven Cleavem. Whereas Elementalist, if you do the same at Aldazar, you can have all the packs with the big guards and the reanimated totems. There you can really funnel it down and make it die at the same time as the pack. But as Storm you can't, you just cleave. If it rhymes. Oh, my bad. If it rhymes. Man, I do not feel silly at all speaking with a Swedish accent, trying to keep a serious conversation. Enhancer with the tank that kind of plays around you a bit is a dream. Well, the current tank I'm doing keys with, which is one of the tanks from my guild, he's very nice to enhancement. So usually on like any boss fight or anything like that, if there is funnel that we can do, he'll do it. Like if we did a 25 Atal Dasar yesterday. So when we were doing Rasan, for example, he was just stomping over the raptors, spawning raptors constantly, so I had more primordial wave targets, I could crash lightning and all that stuff. had a vengeance that kind of pulled small trash to first boss and more small into trash thereafter, so I could nuke the abomination, was like a dream. Yeah, it's like, it's extremely impactful if the group or the tank plays around the Enhancement Shaman, because we can do some mad damn. It's like when I do Dresseron, the dragon boss in Darkheart Thicket. If tanks pull whelps, the timing is usually during/after the pushback, and the tank can pull whelps and it'll always line up for your primordial wave. And then I might end the boss at really high overall damage because of all the primordial wave pad, but then you check boss damage compared to everyone else's boss damage, and I'm doing way more. Like, they might be doing 10 million, I'll do 15, 16, just because of the funnel and the extra damage we get from that. So it is a massive difference to play around it or not, but it's not something you need to do unless you push higher keys. Like, yeah, can probably cost more than you gain if you don't do it correctly. Are they still giving your gear away? I'm trying to think of the reference for that. If you meant trinkets? Would you recommend the Feroc trinket as enhanced from the vault, Stanky? It depends on what your other choices are, mate. I don't think the Feroc trinket is bad by any means. I actually wanted myself to try it out. But if you have other items, like if you don't have Forset at the moment and you have a tier piece in vault, that's going to be better. If you have low weapon and you have a high one or other trinkets, so like there's a lot of variables. That one. Same on second boss, I only use roots and adds to spread shock and funnel into O-card. Yeah, exactly. That's when I got very, very, very sad when a druid started running over the roots and shape-shifting out, taking away all the roots. So sad. Yeah, back when an answer trinket lock. Yeah, this okay, yeah, that's I thought it was that. I was just like, was it something else that I've said? We'll keep creeping up behind me. Right? No, this tier has been a lot better as far as gear acquisition, because suddenly enhancement is pretty damn good and we sim pretty damn good with everything. So it's been the reverse this tier. I've kind of had a lot of items just thrown at me, which has been very nice. Very nice. I don't hate it at all. But like, for our tier, I have the ones we share with, like I had the highest gains. I got Forset really fast, or tier pieces fast. And yeah, most things have been good. And like, the only thing I didn't win was pips, because it was way better for a BM hunter, which it was. There were no competition there, but then I got it in the vault next day. Yeah, we'll definitely try Feroc trinket. It's weird, like I can see why on paper it isn't great for enhance, but it also doesn't seem good for my outlaw, and outlaw stacks crit. Yeah, it is weird. Like, I have a lot of field crafting going around that trinket, so I really want to try it out before I say anything. Because at the moment, it is 100% field crafting. Which isn't something I recommend. I mean, I'm gonna sound a little bit douchey, but I've been doing the field crafting for a long time, and usually it turns out that I'm right. But I'm never gonna be like, you do this, when it's something I've field crafted. It's just theories at this point. But we'll see. The only time I try to actually have fun with field crafting, and it is sometimes when I've gotten like new gear and stuff, I'll put on what I think is the best gear, and you know, trinkets and enchants, and then I put it into raid bots and sim top gear to see if my currently equipped is the best or not. And if it is, field crafted it. But I do always recommend simming, I just think it's fun. Grandpa Stanky's hella knowledgeable. I mean, about this game at least, I've played it for 100 years. Other things I'm not that knowledgeable about. I mean, it's a good and a bad thing. like, I would actually like to start making content for Path of Exile as well. Because I really, really like Path of Exile, and I play it a lot whenever there's new leagues. Like, I'm gonna stress out and try and get like 5-6 videos done before Friday, so I can play the league launch and play a shit ton. But the problem with Path of Exile is I have like over 3,000 hours on Steam on that game alone, and I still don't feel like I know shit. That game is too fucking big, too fucking complex, and there's too fucking much, and I love it, but I don't want to do guides on something I don't feel like I know perfectly, which is probably my own flaw, because plenty of people do content when they're fucking clueless. But I would like to be more knowledgeable. Yo, let's go, big Path of Exile enjoyer. Yeah, I love that shit. I mean, I love anything, you know, Diablo-esque, but Path of Exile is just next level, man. I love the player freedom you have there, and the never-ending content and scaling of content, and just being able to do whatever the fudge you feel like right now. I mean, some people grind the same thing over and over in Path of Exile, but I get bored very easily. And in Path of Exile, you just, oh, okay, I'm bored with this content. I'll go do that instead for 2 hours. Ah, this got boring. Well, I'll hop this and do that. It's just always something to do. Love it. I'm mega hyped for this league. Yeah, I wasn't gonna play it because I want to focus on YouTube and Twitch streaming right now, and I'm not sure how many of my current community enjoys Path of Exile if I'd be streaming that, but I am gonna stream Path of Exile. But my first thought was to not play the league, but then I caved in and I watched the trailer and I was, yeah, well, fuck, we're gonna play it. Fuck. Rock trinket for enhance is cracked. Yeah, that's my field-crafted theory. It's just it doesn't sim well, and then you cannot argue it. Like, if it doesn't sim well, it doesn't sim well, but sometimes there are circumstances. Been playing for quite a while, but would usually give up quickly. This past league finally gave it a good push and stuck with the league to get most challenges done. I tend to not do challenges, but I never do stuff like that. What I like in Path of Exile is, I mean, I try to make a god mode character so I can clear everything. I can do uber bosses, super juiced maps and delirium and stuff like that, because I find that really fun. But I also don't degen grind, so it does take me a while to get to that level. Like, I don't do it week 1, but maybe week 3. Tough to play both PoE and WoW, not enough time in the week. No, because like now I have raid Wednesday, Thursday, and then at the same time during those days where I raid and have a family and all that stuff, I need to get a couple of videos down. Then on Friday, I need to do keys up until PoE launches and play a couple hours. Then I could probably play Saturday. Then I have raid Sunday and I need to do more keys to cap out my weekly. It's just I just want to play, man. Because I could go dinky, stanky, degen play on Path of Exile and, you know, just live in my chair. Game's too good when there's a new league. I'm probably not gonna run any key now because I gotta give my wife a. That's gonna sound dirty. I gotta give my wife a ride. In about 15 minutes, 15 minutes ish. I need to go. But then after that, I'll be back again, and then we'll probably do some keys. It's between. I'm stuck here. Either I stream because it's fun, or I work on the videos that I recorded yesterday, which is less fun, but I need to make videos. Not that I don't like making videos, it's just more fun to stream. Ah, choices. Choices. Hmm. Hmm. Nej. Jag ska kolla. I think I actually gotta tag off now just to make sure everything is ready. Gonna see if we have any online. No, none of my usual peeps are online. I'm off to bed myself. Have a great day, Stank and chat. You have a great day as well, or a great evening. 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 Makes up about 8% of my damage. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, it's super weird that it seems low. I don't get it. But yeah, I'm gonna tag off, but I'll be back in, or I'll probably be back. Damn it, I have to decide if I want to make videos or stream. I probably should do videos. Get them done, yeah. Regardless, I'll be streaming Reclear tonight at 19 European time. About 8 hours from now, I think. If my math is correct, 9 hours? Oh, biggest stretch of the century. I'll probably be sleeping when I come back. I mean, sleep is good. Sleep is the goodness. If you wanna, I'll send you to here.
It's gonna be higher.
I'm gonna send you all to Kalamasi. So you're gonna get some Warlock info. He's fun to watch. So go say hi from me, and y'all have a great evening. I'll be back later tonight, in like 7-8 hours, and stream the raid. Thank you all for watching. Kiss. Bye-bye.
Give me verse. I'm at 40% versatility. Dude, I am the tank. I am the tank.